Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Purely Platonic podcast. Yes, welcome back. We made it to episode 2.
We did. We're still here.
Which I was going to say we almost didn't, but it took a while. We filmed our last one quite a while ago.
Yes, yeah. It was more of a time constraint thing rather than a we fell out thing. So that's good.
Yeah. How awkward would that be? You start a podcast with your best
Suddenly,
friend.
we're not friends anymore.
By episode 2, we hate each other. How have you been anyway since I last saw you? What's been going on?
Good. What have I even done? I started a new job. I think teaching.
That's quite
I teach now.
That's
I teach singing. So that's fun. Stressful. My voice is very tired, as you can probably hear.
Yeah, I can actually hear it on your voice.
It's been a lot.
The world of teaching treating you well.
The reason why my voice is actually so tired, right, is because I've been teaching now for like 3 weeks, I'd say.
Okay.
4 weeks maybe. So quite a while. And obviously, like, as a teacher, you should know how to look after your voice and you should know how to use your voice, not to tire yourself out. So that's not actually the reason why. It's because on Tuesday, I went to Chessington World of Adventures.
Oh my gosh. I've never been to
Chessington.
I've heard a lot about Chessington. For those that are not UK based, explain what Chessington World of Adventures is. It's like
a theme park.
Like an old schooly theme park, right?
Yeah, like a theme park.
But also a zoo, is it?
It's a zoo as well, yeah.
Okay.
So it's really, really good. It's like very family friendly, but like still with big enough rides to be enjoyable for adults as well.
I've got to go at some point. I feel like I'm missing out on old
It's
chesses,
really,
whatever
really
people call it. What do the kids on the street call it?
Not that.
Yo, you going chesses? You going chesses on Saturday night? It's gonna be lit. I'm never doing that again. Sorry,
I'm leaving. Podcast over. That just peaked.
I'm ashamed
so
of
much
myself.
on
Sorry,
the audio.
go on. Yo, they got bare meerkats at Chessington.
They actually don't have meerkats.
They don't have meerkats.
Well, I don't think they do.
What is
if
the
they
point?
did, I didn't see any.
What is the point?
Anyway.
Go on. I interrupted twice.
Yeah, you did. Many times.
If you pause again, I'm going to go back into the impression.
Oh God, quick, carry on talking. It's a really good theme park and I really enjoyed it. I don't enjoy rides. Like, I've never been a ride person.
Really?
Yeah. And I was terrified. And I use the word was because I am no longer as terrified, which is good. It did its job. But my boyfriend is obsessed with theme parks. Like, he's just been to Florida.
He strikes me as that sort of person.
Oh my God.
I don't know him too well. I've met him a few times, but yeah, he strikes me as that sort of person.
Obsessed. I made it very clear to him that if I didn't want to go on something, he can't force me to go on it, kind of thing. And like,
consent is very
consent
important.
was
in
really important. Yeah.
I was saying earlier, our setup at the moment for the visual viewers, the only viewer you can be is a visual viewer, but it's very like. We're both sat like cross-legged almost on our chairs. We've got a little plant, very, very, very zen.
Yeah,
so
very zen.
It feels right to talk about consent. Yeah, consent. He didn't force you on any rides.
No, he didn't force me on any rides, which is good. But so we got there, and I've got like some videos I'll show you later of me looking terrified.
We'll put them on screen.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So the first video was us waiting to go on Croc Drop. Just making sure that my diction is really clear there. Croc Drop.
Yes. Turns into a whole different sort of world of adventure.
And it's basically like...
not how Chessington intended.
No, definitely not. It's like a big crocodile with its mouth open and you are on like a drop ride in the middle.
Right, I see.
And it is only small, like it's not huge.
Is it like... You're sat around a pole?
Yes.
Right,
in a circle, yeah.
Tango Ice Blast at
Blackpool. Yeah, like Tango Ice Blast was like tiny in comparison.
Oh, right.
That's
huge. That is big.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's a video of this ride and then he just pans down to me and he goes, Abbie, and I just look over and I go, I don't think you know what to do. And it's
I had
hilarious.
no idea that you were that
Oh
nervous.
my goodness,
Right.
yeah.
I used to be really bad. I used to be like that. I used to just, no, I do not even want to go on rides because I never went as a kid.
Yeah.
It wasn't something my family did.
I think that's the same as me.
Yeah.
I went when I was really little with my dad quite a bit, but like then I got more scared because we didn't go as often and I just didn't want to do it.
I just never went. And again, it was my girlfriend who
Yeah.
sort of forced me to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
like, no, you will like it. And I ended up going on everything at Blackpool. So,
Oh,
but I've
that's
never
good.
been to Chessington, never been to Alton Towers. Really want to do those.
Never been to Alton Towers?
No,
Oh my
no, I've only
gosh.
been to Blackpool twice, and I've been to Southport, which is sort of miniature Blackpool.
Yeah.
And that's a good sort of, if you are scared of rides,
Oh, okay,
Southport's
that's
quite
good.
quite a
That's
good
good
one
to
to
know.
ease you into the process. But it is scary. And
Oh,
I think
it's
actually,
terrifying.
having said Southport's okay to ease you into rides, there are some rattly rides on that. And that's what gets me, is like the safety.
Yeah.
I'm okay. There's one at Blackpool called Icon, which is like super modern, super
Oh,
like
really?
slick and quick, and just like looks like,
Yeah.
okay, that's safe. Like it's fully like all silver and everything.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's not going anywhere. I'm better on those, even though they're quicker and got more turns than the ones that are like, the wooden ones that might be slower and safer or whatever, but
Yeah.
they just look like they're gonna fall apart. Those are the ones that really
That
like
get
freak
you.
me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are definitely some of those at Chessington.
I can
like
imagine. I can imagine.
Vampire, which is what we went on. It's like you hang down, the track is above you. It's like a flying one.
Right, yeah. A leg dangler.
Yeah, leg dangler, yeah. That had been there. I think we worked out it had been there for like 30 years or something. It opened 30 years ago, which is quite a
For a
long
leg dangler
time.
as
For
well,
a leg
that's-
dangler,
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad by any stretch. You didn't feel unsafe. It was just a bit rattly, and like occasionally your head was thrown.
Yes.
And you were like, oh,
yeah.
God.
Well, have you been on the big one at Blackpool?
No.
You've not been on the big
No,
one?
no.
Well, I think they're dismantling the big one. I might have that information wrong, but I think they're literally...
That's like a landmark.
I think they're going to replace
like a
it
northern
because...
landmark.
yeah, it is really a northern landmark.
Yeah.
The worst bit of that is going up. The actual ride itself, once you've got past the
Yeah, I'm
initial
sure it's
drop,
fine.
the actual ride is fine. But again, that's quite rattly. You're sort of thrown around. I feel like you're going to get bruised because you're really sort of jostled around.
Well, it's
in
quite old now, isn't it?
Oh,
Like it's been there.
yeah, I mean, no wonder
a
they're
long
thinking of
time.
taking it down. At least I heard that.
Yeah.
But that bit, I'm far more scared on the approach to the first
Oh,
drop.
gosh.
That just like
Yeah. Well,
it
that's
just
what
tips
gets
you up.
me.
It's like, oh god,
Yeah.
just drop me already. Like
That's
end
what
it.
I've always struggled with rides is the anticipation of it.
Yeah.
Like when I'm on the ride,
The
and
queue is sometimes worse.
yeah, oh my
'cause
god,
you're
100%.
thinking about
It's
it. Yeah.
100% worse. When I'm on a ride, I know that I will love it. As soon as I get on it and I've gotten used to how it feels and whatever, I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, woo, like all that, and then I'll get off and go, let's go again.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works. But in the queue, I genuinely like that's when I'll have like a full blown mental breakdown.
Yeah.
So when we went, obviously, currently at the time of recording, schools are in, there's no holidays. We went midweek on a Tuesday.
You can just
It
go on
was
everything.
so clear.
Yeah.
We literally walked onto everything. I think we had to queue for one thing. And by queue, I mean like wait behind
do they have
five
like
people.
seasons at Chessington? Will it close at some point? Because I
You
know
know what?
Blackpool
I'm
has
not
actually
sure.
quite a surprisingly short season. It's
Yeah,
just
so
not
does Alton
open,
Towers.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Because
or at
it's a
least it
zoo.
did.
I don't know if the same.
Yeah,
thing
I'm not really
applies.
sure. On the only information I have on it is on the back of the toilet door. there
Excellent.
there was like information about a winter event, like a Christmas event kind of thing. So
Right.
then I'm like, okay, well maybe it does stay open,
It probably
but maybe
does then.
some things close. I don't really know.
Yeah,
but
maybe they just have a short Christmas. That'd
Yeah.
be quite nice. A theme park at Christmas would
I
be
think it would be
really,
quite
really good
cool.
vibes. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Ferris wheels are very Christmassy, aren't they?
Yeah. But it was good and I enjoyed it and I went on pretty much everything that was open. But for those of you at home who possibly know a bit more about Chessington, you'll know that there's been a new Jumanji area that's opened quite
Okay.
recently. And they have a wing coaster, so where the track is in the middle of you and you've got like seats on the side.
Yeah.
We can insert a picture for the people who are looking.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they've got this new one called Mandrill Mayhem. And we went, and my boyfriend, it was the only ride that my boyfriend hadn't done because it was new.
Right.
And we were walking around and whatever, and we kept looking on the app, and it just said closed, 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 closed all day. And he was getting so upset, bless him. He was really like worried. It was the only ride he hadn't
Needs
done.
to take it off the list.
And he was like, he needs like the credit of doing
Yeah.
it kind of thing. Anyway, we eventually went and they were like, oh yeah, it is closed, but it's hopefully opening soon. We hung around for a bit, like waiting. We watched them do their test ride of it starting up again. So we were like, oh, it's about to happen. So we literally stood there. And luckily, we're literally stood by the queue as it reopened. And we were really speedy. So we got in. and there were people already like queuing, waiting. I'm not really sure what had happened, but anyway. And so we got to the front of the queue just like before the next ride, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
the first ride, the ride was full as we got to the front of the queue.
Right, I see.
So that meant that we were at the front of the queue watching it
That's
go.
the perfect situation.
Perfect
When a ride is
situation.
filling up in the queue, you almost don't want to get on so that you're at the front of the next one.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect thing when that happens.
I was shitting myself. And I've got a video, and I will show you the video because it is hilarious. And especially when you put it in comparison to the croc drop video of me going,
I can't wait to see these.
like a bit scared. But this one, like, I look pale. I don't think I've ever seen myself look so terrified. And I genuinely felt like I was about to cry or be sick or both. And this was, I hadn't even got on the ride yet.
Yeah,
I just clarified.
It's so funny how, like, your mind and your body does this to you.
Oh my God.
Because obviously it is fine 99.999% of the time. You know, there's only been, like, one roller coaster related incident I can think of. The Smiler.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it just is terrifying, even though you know it's safe. And apparently, you know, it's safer than
riding a car,
or, you know, being in a
driving
plane or whatever. Well, being in a plane is safer than a car. So, you know, it's safer than all those things because there's so many measures and stuff. But even that isn't enough to just be like, I know that feeling.
Awful.
I'm still like that. I don't love rides.
Yeah.
I still get really, really scared beforehand. So I know how you feel,
Honestly.
basically. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
On this wing coaster, you know how when you're normally at the front of the queue, you get to face the front, like that's where you are. You're at the front of the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Because of how this roller coaster was, it was like rows and rows and rows and rows, and then the back row faced outwards, so it had two front rows.
So they're going backwards on the ride.
Yeah. So the whole concept of the ride is that you go up this massive like loop backwards. Say for example you're facing the normal way. You're not on this back row.
Right.
You're facing the normal way. You go up it backwards, and then you go forwards along it. You do a little loop, whatever. Then you go up this like spiral, and then you do the whole roller coaster again, but backwards, coming back into the station.
So it's not a loop. It's a single track that it does once and then
goes backwards. But obviously,
like Revolution in Blackpool fans.
Possibly
does
not
that.
on it. Yeah. But this back row is obviously facing the opposite direction. So it goes up forwards and you're like, oh, this is cool. And then it does the initial jump off, the initial like first fast burst, I can't remember what you call it, backwards.
So you're leaning forwards like in the seat.
My God, it was and that's where we were because we were in the front of the fucking queue.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Oh my God. So we were sat on this thing I mean, my boyfriend could tell that I was not happy with every other ride that I'd been a bit nervous for. Like, you know, he'd like put his hand out or whatever, and I'd hold his hand like a little bit and like give it a bit of a squeeze and be like, oh, I'm really scared. Yeah. With this one, he was like trying to talk to me, and I was like, if you speak in my direction, I will kill you. Like, no. But it was one of those, like, I need to put all of my concentration into not freaking the fuck out right now. Yeah. I don't have room to be like, oh, how exciting. I'm like, I was literally sat there like
100% terror. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was awful. Anyway, and I knew that we were going to be going backwards first. So we went up this thing and then we shoot off backwards. It was horrific. Like,
did you have any fun?
I felt
You're talking
so
like
sick.
it's the worst thing in the world. Did you actually have fun?
Well, we went backwards, did the whole thing backwards, went up this thing. And then when we went forwards, it was phenomenal.
That's fine, yeah.
It was brilliant forwards. Anyway, we got off this thing. But obviously I was screaming. That's why my voice is tired. Just for clarification. We went on this whole tangent. That's why, because I was like, absolutely. Oh my goodness.
I see.
The people who were running the ride were probably like, oh my God.
They will have seen worse. They will have seen worse. I guarantee.
Oh gosh.
Some people must literally shit themselves.
God,
You will
yeah.
metaphorically shit yourself,
Honestly,
but some people will literally
literally.
shit themselves. So they will have seen everything.
God.
Do
But
not
yeah, so we
worry
went on
about
this
it.
ride and it was fine, and it was really, really fun, and I would highly recommend it to anybody because it was fun. But for someone who was terrified of rides and it was like their first big ride in years,
Yeah, that's difficult.
wasn't
for a
enjoyable.
For a first, that's
Yeah.
pretty tough.
And we got off and I was like, oh God, that backwards bit was horrific, wasn't it? To my boyfriend, he was like, yeah, I felt really sick, but I didn't want to say anything because I felt really bad. He felt really bad
Right, yeah.
for making me go on, like for saying, oh no, come on, And I was like totally up for it. I was like, yes, you've wanted to go on this ride all day. We're doing it. Let's go. But then I was like, oh my, and even he, Mr. Ride Junkie, felt sick with it. Anyway, we then watched this video on YouTube, which was like a review of this ride.
Right.
And it was this couple who go to loads of ride reviews. I can't remember their name. If you're a ride buff, you probably know them. My boyfriend watches them all the time.
Someone may comment.
Someone may comment and be like, oh, it's this person. It probably is. But they went on it and they went forwards first. They went on a normal seat and they were like, oh, it's a great first roller coaster for a family. Like, if you're new to big roller coasters, this is the perfect one. And I was watching it like, are you joking me? I'm sorry, I would never take my child on that because they would hate it. Anyway, they then went on the seat, the exact seats that me and my boyfriend were on. And they came off and they were like, yeah, if I was taking someone who was scared of rides, I definitely wouldn't put them on that one. It's definitely more intense. And, and we were literally sat there watching it and I was just looking at him like,
how dare you?
See?
Wow, you've had an exciting week.
I have
with
had an
Chessington.
exciting week.
My week's been not as exciting. I've not really been anywhere. Well, I've been getting in. I mean, I mentioned this in the last one, so I don't want to talk about it too much. But I've been getting into these early morning swims.
Oh yeah.
Been doing more of them. Done a couple this week. Did one yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. So I've been waking up at stupid times.
Yeah, early morning swim to most people would be like
5:15 a.m. I woke up.
That's horrific. Morning swim is like 8 o'clock, nip to the pool. Ooh. Like
No, it's like early morning in the like Olympic size swimming pool. So it's like 50 meters. I have not swam 50 meters in so long. I was genuinely like struggling at one point, which is so weird. I used to swim all the time and I don't think my muscles are like there yet. And so I was swimming. I was like, oh my God, halfway. I was like, it's a bloody long way, like 50 meters. I'm not there yet. I soon got used to it, but I just forgot how far it was. So that's what I've been doing. I've been swimming.
Enjoying it?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. It's just I don't know, because I was so good at it.
It's hard to
just
get
like
back
taking
into
it.
things.
It's been years,
Yeah.
It's been literally years. So that is sort of I've been struggling with. Coming to terms with that, I guess, like mentally.
Yeah.
But I'm getting there. I'm enjoying it.
And the fact that you're still doing it, like you haven't tried to do it and then gone, oh, this is too hard, I can't do this anymore, and then given up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like you're aware that it is going to be difficult to get back into and that you're not going to be as good as you were, but that doesn't mean that you can't be as good as you were with practice.
Yeah, I guess so. I got stopped in the street. This was on a day where I'd done a swim. I got stopped in the street.
Right.
Someone thought that I was older than 35, which was it was like, I think British Heart Foundation or something like that. They were like, no, they were advertising to like get donations. And he stopped me and I sort of had my hood up and I've got quite long hair, so my hair was sort of like forward over my face. I wasn't really caring about how I looked. My beard was a bit longer than this. Yeah. Hood up, walking in the rain, and this guy says, oh sorry, can I just stop you a minute? And he starts to talk about the charity. I can't remember if it was British Heart Foundation. It was some sort of heart foundation. Yeah. And he said, oh, by the way, sorry, can I just check? You're older than 35. And I went, no, I'm 22. And he was like, oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. You have to be older than 35. And I was like, you thought I was older than 35? I could not believe it. I was so offended. I walked off like, that was absolutely outrageous. I don't look older than 35, do I? Don't pause.
It's not as bad of a thing as you think. I mean,
it's
you don't.
Pretty bad. I was pretty offended by it, to be honest. I think you'd be offended as well.
Oh yeah, no, I would be.
The worst one that I've had where that's happened is I was with my brother in the Trafford Centre. He won't mind me telling this story. We were walking together, and this is my brother, who is only 7 years older than me.
Yeah.
If I say only, that's a relatively big gap for siblings,
yeah.
but he's only 7 years older than me. And this person stops us and says, "Oh, father and son, I assume." And my brother was livid. He was like, "That's my younger brother. You think I'm his dad? You think I'm old enough to be his dad?" I was obviously creasing myself.
No.
That's so bad. I think
That's
if you're one of
so
those people who stops people, gives out
you
leaflets,
can't
whatever,
presume like
you
that.
can't jump in. You can't do that. You
That's
cannot
so
do
hard.
that.
The thing is, with the age thing,
Yeah.
because of like what I do, like within the world of acting,
Yes.
your playing age can be completely different to
of
your
course,
physical age.
of
So I
course.
feel like being misaged to
Yes.
me isn't as much of a big thing, but I can
True,
understand
true.
what, like, because I have people in like my drama school year who were like 24 but could easily play somebody who was like 35.
Really?
Oh god, easily.
Right.
Yeah.
Am I
Just
one of
because
those
of their
people?
demeanour and how
As
they
an
look.
actor, what's my playing age? What's my minimum and maximum, do you think? I genuinely don't know.
Oh, well, you couldn't play anybody less than 20 because of your beard, because of your... You couldn't... If
yeah.
you shaved, maybe.
Oh, if I shaved, I could play a bloody 6-year-old. It's ridiculous, the difference it makes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it will be the beard.
People age me up because of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And when I go to gigs, when I go to magic gigs,
Yeah.
you know, people ask me sometimes, "Oh, how old are you? How long have you been doing this?" And when I say 22, it's always you're 22.
Yeah.
Like what?
Oh,
How is that?
100%.
And also, it's the longer hair. When I have shorter hair, I look a lot younger.
Yeah.
But I'm cutting my hair soon, so it's going. I've not told you this.
No.
Getting rid of the long locks.
Why?
I've had my fun with the long hair.
You've only just grown it out. You've only just got it to the point where you can grow it out.
I know, I can tie it up as well, which it's okay, but
But you're not happy. You don't like it.
I don't love it. I don't love it.
Well, if you don't love it, get rid of it.
Yeah. I could always grow it out again if I change my mind. It didn't
Buy a
take
wig.
that long. Yeah. Buy a wig. Yeah.
Fully could do as well. Like, I wasn't being facetious.
It sounded a bit.
I know, I wasn't being. You can do wondrous things with wigs nowadays.
I don't know. I just don't think it looks. I don't think it looks that smart. I guess that's kind of my character. You know, if you want to call it a character. When I do magic or whatever on YouTube, it's kind of the young, long-haired, beardy. That was kind of the vibe I was going for. But I want to smarten up a bit.
Yeah,
I want to just do a little trim the old beard ski, and then trim the old hair ski as well.
Are you going like back to your old hairstyle, or are you going like short back and sides?
I'm going like short.
Short.
I think I may as well, if I'm going to cut it, I may as well have quite a drastic cut.
Yeah.
There'll be more taken off than left on, definitely.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah, but I'll still keep the fringe.
The quiff.
Yeah, because I can't change that. But also, I don't know what I'd do if I did change that. I feel like my hair would just naturally do that anyway. So yeah,
it would be interesting to see you with a completely different. Because you didn't used to have the quiff. When I first met you, you didn't have the quiff.
No, when you
were
first,
Diddy.
yeah,
you were
I was. What was my hair? What was my hair? It was bad. It was just short all over. It was the same length all over. I feel like it was just a basic.
But it was like, I feel like it was.
But when you're that age, you've not established a style, have you? Nor should you have expected to have established a style.
No, oh my goodness. Could you imagine if you met like, well, I guess you probably do nowadays, but gosh, that made me sound really old.
Oh, these days, kids these days. Yeah, what was your point there? Kids these days.
Kids these days.
They probably
do have more of a style,
more of a stronger
than
style
we did when we were like 11.
Yeah, because we didn't have social media.
No.
And that's the big difference.
I remember when
that is
Instagram
no, but
was
that
made.
really is. That is the crucial difference. Is that
100%.
kids now social media
grow up so much faster.
So
like some of the kids that I'm teaching.
Not that many years apart
Oh my
in terms of, literally on a timeline. We're not that far apart.
Yeah.
We're only 22.
Well, even like, I was saying about my cousin, she's 2 years younger than me. And even then, when she was hitting ages that I was hitting, even just 2 years after me, I was like, oh gosh, well, I wasn't like that when I was your age. Not in a bad way, in any way, shape or form.
Sometimes
just
in a really
different
good way. Yeah.
And actually, I think her growing up differently to me in that regard helped me to then grow up in that regard. Do you know what I mean? It almost was like the younger was helping the older.
Right, I see, yeah.
Because, you know, she was way more sociable than I was from much younger age than I was.
Yeah.
And like, you know, going out and meeting friends and stuff and whatever. And then she would like invite me along and I'd be like, oh, I'm going out. But I would be like, you know, 17 and she would be 15 and I'd be like, oh, I'm going out as a 17-year-old.
I feel like
whereas
that
she's
was,
15 like, woo, yeah, let's go and socialise with people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, when I was 15, I was like, I'm reading books and I still read books, but I'm reading books and, you know, staying in and
But I don't think that's necessarily like a generation thing or a year group thing. I don't think that's a year group. I think that's just an individual thing. I think some people like to go out and socialise, some people don't.
Possibly, but I think it is also a generational.
Because like, growing up with social media definitely aids that.
Because when we were that age, I don't think we necessarily had the option to do that.
What do you mean? As
in, like, nobody was doing it.
Well,
nobody was throwing house parties and things. I don't think when we were.
What age?
I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? But like,
certainly the first parties started to happen around 14, 15.
Yeah.
But I think in younger years it might have started earlier.
Because I'd say that was probably like year 9, year 10 maybe.
Yeah, but I don't think we were going to them. I think that was the more popular.
We weren't
sporty kids.
I certainly wasn't.
No, well, you lived quite far away.
I threw in inverted commas my first house party in inverted commas for my 17th birthday, and Cavan was there, and it was about six other people.
Yeah. I don't know if that counts, to be honest. I don't know if that counts. I was thinking of the more like 20 plus people range started to happen around. Because any less than that, and it's not really...
Gathering.
It's a gathering.
It's a gathering, darling.
Yes.
It's not a party, it's a gathering.
Yeah, that's so interesting. Maybe it was a younger generation thing. But I also think that maybe social media is giving people an excuse not to meet up because it's we can just talk anyway. Why do we need to meet up?
Definitely,
there's kind of both angles to it.
Communication has definitely changed.
Yeah, big time.
And I think even if you just look at like the type of apps that people use, like when I'm talking to people, I will text them, I will WhatsApp them, and I will send them memes on Instagram. That's probably my 3 main forms of communication.
Through the age-old communication of memes.
Whereas, memes.
That's how the ancient Greeks communicated.
Whereas some people, and typically younger people, their like main form of communication is still Snapchat.
Yeah. I still have Snapchat on my phone.
I still have Snapchat.
Very
I only use it to talk to about 3 people.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the only reason I have it is because I'm still in group chats that were made years ago that we kind of can't be bothered to move to another app or But there's people I consider my close friends who I don't have their phone number. I've never exchanged. I've got Instagram, I've got their Snapchat, whatever it is. I don't need their phone number. It's so strange. I probably should have their phone number. It's a more grown-up thing to do, more sensible thing to do. But
wow, see, that's really interesting because I'm like, I would always want their phone number.
I don't know, yeah.
Especially if, as I say, close friends particularly. Like, there's only my cousin, as I say. I just keep bringing up my cousin.
Yeah, she is in the corner still.
She's in the corner crying about
flashbacks
the
of the Chainsaw Man. She'll be all right.
Yeah, she'll get there. She's the only person who I solely contact via Snapchat.
It's not really. It's just cousin chat.
It's just cousin chat.
It's a whole app for one person. That's the future.
Yeah, my best friend from uni, I contact her via Snapchat. I would prefer to contact her via text, but she uses Snapchat more.
Snapchat is a dreadful app. Can I just go on a little rant?
Yes, please. Go on.
Snapchat is an absolute car crash of an app. What is it trying to be? You open it, you're on the camera. Why? Then you have to swipe. There's not buttons that just you press this, you press that. You have to swipe to get on the chats, but if you swipe too far, you're on a map of some reason that shows where people are. What is that about?
Oh, no,
then you
see, I
swipe
quite-
up, you're on your memories. You swipe again, you're on basically TikTok with trashy news articles of what
Yeah.
the Kardashians are up to. I don't care
Yeah.
about what the Kardashians are up to.
The news, Snapchat news or whatever it is, or
God.
stories or whatever.
Top of
they're
the
called.
chats, AI. Get lost. What is that about? I don't care. It's like, but then it's just everything. They've
It's
jammed
hard,
everything
yeah,
into
it's
one app,
trying
and it
to
doesn't
be
make any
everything,
sense.
yeah.
It's awful. Yeah.
I do get that. The map thing I quite like because I like to, especially after being
Stalk
at university. Yeah.
That's what
No,
it's for.
but especially after being at uni, I like to see where people are. Also, it's really
I think
helpful.
it's creepy. Am I alone in thinking that it's really weird?
It probably is a bit creepy.
I think it's really weird. I
Probably
don't
is.
understand it. As soon as
I
I
would
realised
only
it was a
ever-
feature, I turned it off because I don't.
Oh yeah, no, I
know
only
it.
share it with like certain people.
Oh, no one knows where I am. I might not even be
Incognito.
right here, to be honest.
What?
So, what?
No, I'll share a story of when I used Snap Maps
Ooh.
to be very useful. It was when after our prom, which for me was categorically one of the worst nights of my
Is this
life.
a year 11 prom?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a great
I
night
wasn't
all
invited.
round, really.
Yeah, I wasn't invited to an after prom party.
You ended up going, though.
No, but this is the story.
Oh.
So I wasn't invited to any of them.
Right.
My dad came to pick me up from prom, and I was like, "Dad, that was horrific. I want to go home." And he was like, "Well,
actual
why are
prom
you
was
not going
boring,
out?
yeah.
Like, where are your friends?" And I was like, "Oh well, they've gone to X, Y, and Z's house because but I wasn't invited."
She was a funny girl, XYZ, wasn't she?
Yeah.
What a strange name, first of all.
XYZ.
Who calls their kid XYZ? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. I think she's plateaued now.
Oh, I was actually just making a joke about
Oh.
the fact that you called her XYZ. I was purely.
I was actually judging her character.
I was just. It was just about the fact that
I also did the ugliest laugh I think I've ever done.
I saw it on the audio thing. the most disgusting laugh on the audio.
I even
thing.
I moved. I went over here. It was still bloody catastrophic.
God.
Anyway, XYZ's house.
Yes.
I wasn't invited, and then
She's flat.
I texted XYZ and said, "Oi, can I come to your house?" And she was like, "Yeah, okay, I guess." But then
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, where do you live?"
Well, it was
And
one of
she
those
didn't
where I
reply.
feel like there wasn't really an invite. Everyone just kind of people turned up. It was like, "Who are you? You don't even go to our
No,
school."
no.
It's like,
XYZ
it's an after-prom party.
XYZ had explicitly told me I wasn't allowed to go.
Oh,
I wasn't
oh,
invited.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
It was like an anti-invite rather than.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, anyway, I then text XYZ and said, "Please may I come?" And she was like, all right then, if you must. And I was like, "Where do you live?" And she didn't reply. And it was really late at night at this point. And I was like, nobody's replying. I was trying to phone people. I was trying to phone you. Nobody was answering because you were all having a good time and partying, obviously. Duh.
Well, no.
Mediocre time.
Mediocre time.
And my dad was like, "Well, where do you think she lives?" And I was like, "Hang on a second." Went on Snap Maps. Whoosh, and I was like,
Where is everyone?
"She's roughly in this area. Let's go." I felt like I was in a spy movie with my dad, like, left here, right here, make a U-turn. But
Fair
anyway,
enough. I can see why that would be.
but also kind
semi-useful.
of stalking. So
It is. It is mainly used for stalking. The only
Mainly
time I've
used for
ever seen it
stalking.
used is for
Stalking.
nefarious means of who is this person with right now.
That's what I don't like about it
Yeah,
because
I think it's weird.
Oh,
I can't believe if
people
someone
get
if someone
and it's so
established a new app that did this, no one
nobody
would download it.
No.
No one.
And like if you I often use it to check if people are home safe. That's what I would normally check it for. So like say for example, if my flatmate at uni had been out without me and then it got to like 12 o'clock and I was in bed or whatever, I would check, and if
That's
it said,
actually a
"Ooh,
good use,
last
yeah.
seen 2 minutes ago at my house," then I would know that she was safe. Do you know what I mean?
That's actually a good use for it.
It was
Yeah.
mainly that I would use it.
All right, you've convinced me. I love Snapchat. 5 stars on the App Store. Anyway, we've got a thing, haven't we?
We do have a
We've got a
thing.
thing. It's not just
A
us talking
thing.
about Chessington and other events that have happened the world over. We've got an idea. So we are going to do
Dangerous thing.
a
Idea.
tier
Sorry.
ranking from 1 to 10, 1 being the best, 10 being the worst, we're going to give the other person 10 things that they have to rank from best to worst.
Yep.
But they're going to fill the slots without knowing what comes next. So it's like blind ranking.
Yeah.
So, for instance, I'll do a very simple example with 3 things.
Okay.
Chocolate bars.
Yeah.
All right. You've just got to rank them 1 to 3. You don't know what's coming next.
Okay.
Yorkie.
2. I love a Yorkie.
Yorkie right in the middle. 2.
I might regret that.
Bounty.
3. I like them, but I would never choose them.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Come on, be something good.
Mars bar. You'll have had one of them.
Really? Top Spot. They're my
Really?
favourite chocolate bar.
Oh,
I was
no.
banking on it being
See,
Mars
if that was
bar.
me
That's
and you
why
gave me those 3s, yes, Bounty would be the worst. But then Mars, then Yorkie. Yorkie
No.
would be so far at the
See,
top.
that's
Bloody
why.
love a
That's
Yorkie.
why I was banking on putting Yorkie in second place because I had a sneaky feeling you were going to go for Mars bar,
Yeah.
and I love.
But that's the
Mars
joy
bar.
of blind rankings. You were happy with the outcome,
Yeah.
but when there are 10, you might not be so
Exactly.
happy because it's harder to do.
Yeah.
But also, I wouldn't be happy with those 3. Anyway,
Yeah.
do you want to kick things off with give me 10
Yes,
things and I'll try and
I
rank
can
them?
do.
Because we just wrote these beforehand. You don't know what I've got.
No.
I don't know what you've got.
Yeah.
So this will be very interesting.
And what-
You were sort of at one point doing like an evil little laugh. Like you've got some plans, so I don't know what that's about, but we'll find out.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. I'm just gonna go in order of
Give me
the
the
lists that
category.
I've done.
Yeah, give me the category.
So, and I'll write down where you place them so you don't forget. As well, 'cause
yes.
that's
Yeah.
helpful. So the first category
Oh God.
is places in the UK.
Okay. Good one.
Okay.
Hit me. First one.
Birmingham.
Oh, this could be very controversial. There'll be people listening who are in Birmingham.
Yeah, there'll probably be people listening who are in all of these places.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Well, let's explain your Birmingham connection.
I went to drama school in Birmingham.
And
my
visited
boyfriend,
a lot.
yeah, and my boyfriend is from Birmingham.
Yes.
And I have a lot of connection with Birmingham. I spent 4 years of my life there, and
Yeah, that's pretty big
I
connection.
hated it with a burning passion.
Well, not the 4 years.
Not for the whole 4 years. Yeah, for the
You
first.
hated the place, not
Yeah,
the, not the
goodness.
times.
Oh,
That's why I
gosh.
want to make clear. Yeah.
For the first 2 years, I would say, I had a real kind of vendetta against it for no apparent reason other than I didn't want to like it. And then as I got into second year, I was like, you know what? Oh, I did a foundation, just for clarification. So I
That's
did
why it was
foundation
4,
first
yeah.
year, didn't really like it. Second year, I was like, okay, I can appreciate its perks. Third year, chef's kiss, because I was living city centre.
Ooh,
I had way more we were doing shows in the city centre. I felt way more part of the city. We'd moved our campus. I went to the Royal Birmingham Conservatoire, by the way, little promo. And we were in Bourneville.
Google that.
Google that, second on the Guardian drama schools list
Damn.
for 2023. Yeah, baby.
Wow.
For student satisfaction.
So I can see why you've given this as the first one.
Yeah. So
I
it's got
visited,
it's a
obviously, and I
testy,
know it fairly well.
but people often hate it.
Yeah, it's got a reputation.
Got a reputation that people don't like.
Even people from Birmingham who love it will have to admit that it's got a reputation
Yeah.
in the UK as
Being a bit rubbish.
bit of a stinker.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit of a stinker. I don't see that as strongly. So I've been, and what I will say is that Birmingham New Street is sort of the embodiment of living hell, I think.
No.
I absolutely can't stand
hate
the
it.
station. The train station is called Birmingham New Street.
Oh, see,
and
I don't mind it as much. I quite like
it's
it.
sort of,
I find it quite easy to
I think
navigate.
it's so poorly designed. I think it's so, is a shopping centre on top of it, which doesn't help.
Oh no, I like that. It's got some good shops.
And then all the actual platforms are underground, and they're all cold and damp and dark and miserable.
I'm
and you just
getting
want
the sense that
you
he
just
doesn't
want
like
to
Birmingham.
leave. No, that's just the station, the train station. The outside of it's good. I like the outside of it.
I haven't even started on the city.
Yeah, it's got a nice little silvery sort of bumpy decoration
Yeah.
thing. That's nice. The city, it's got, again, the reputation is too harsh, I think. I'm gonna put it at 7 though.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave some spots below it because there are you know what, that might be even too much. No, I'm gonna leave it at 7.
7?
I'm gonna leave it at 7. Yeah.
Okay.
There are definitely places that are far worse, but I've seen some really, really good sides to it. Very, very scenic at times.
Yeah. So we've next got
Okay, go on.
Cornwall.
Cornwall, lovely, really lovely. But in terms of would I live there? No.
Okay.
Because I crave stuff happening. Cornwall
Yes,
is
a little
very
bit
like, oh
sleepy.
god, lovely, great landscapes and fantastic. Obviously,
Yeah.
holiday destination. What am I ranking it on? I'm ranking it on just like how much I like it in general, taking all those things into
Yeah.
account. 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna go slap bang in the
Okay.
middle. I think it's good, but there are better holiday destinations and there are also better places to live.
Yeah.
But I can't put it lower than 5. It's Cornwall. It's nice,
Okay.
unless you've listed a lot of worse places. Anyway, go on.
Okay. Edinburgh.
Really nice, really nice. I went for New Year.
I love Edinburgh. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's so good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's almost got no right being that good. It's an
I
absolute
haven't been
hidden
very
gem.
often.
Yeah,
But I love it.
because it's got the cityness that I really like, busyness, you know, all
Yeah,
that sort
yeah.
of like denseness that I really like in a city. But it's got like castles and hills and stuff. It's blooming lovely. You know, I'm gonna put it at 3.
Okay.
Very
nice.
high on the list for me.
Nice. Can't spell. Number
Edinburgh.
4. Manchester.
Manchester is absolutely number 1. There is no doubt in my mind
Going
that Manchester is
straight
number
in
1.
with the number 1.
Manchester is, if this was including the whole world, Manchester would be very, very high on that list still. I think anyone who doesn't like Manchester hasn't seen enough of it. I
I
really
love
truly
Manchester.
believe
Don't
that.
get me wrong; it's amazing, but I don't know if it would be really high up in a world view
Yeah,
for me.
fair enough. I mean, I've not seen enough of the world.
Cardiff.
Oh, it's good. It's good. My brother went to uni in Cardiff.
Mm-hmm.
Got engaged in Cardiff.
I didn't know that. That's
therefore
really cute.
Been to Cardiff quite a lot.
love
Lovely
Cardiff.
parks, lovely museums, very spacious. You know, I was talking about like denseness of cities.
Yeah.
Cardiff isn't dense as a city. It's very like the roads are wide and the buildings are big and like I don't know the ceilings are big. I know that maybe is sort of a oversimplification, but yeah,
No,
and
I
like the bay is brilliant. It's so nice there. Yeah, I've been a few times. I've been maybe 5-6 times. So, have I got number 4 free?
You do have number 4. 3.
What's 3? I've forgotten that.
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Yeah, I think it's just below Edinburgh.
Okay.
Cardiff, lovely. Lovely people as well. Everyone's so nice. I can say the same about Edinburgh and Manchester, to be honest.
Okay, next. Blackpool.
10. Blackpool is something else. It's got a couple of mentions.
It's a shithole.
It's almost like
Oh gosh.
it's bafflingly bad.
It
Actually,
is horrific.
It's bafflingly bad.
Horrific. And I used to go to Blackpool loads.
Oh, the Pleasure
as
Beach.
a kid.
All of the
Pleasure
money.
Beach, the Sand Castle.
All of the money for Blackpool has gone into the Pleasure Beach.
Yeah.
And even that isn't amazing, right?
No.
So
No.
what that leaves the rest of the place is desolate. What's the word for it? No, there is nothing that's open.
No.
There are so many closed
So
down
many closed.
B&Bs
It's
and
all,
chip shops.
Like,
It's
dirty.
very
and
dirty, very
litter every
Yeah.
it feels like an abandoned town. Obviously we're talking about like the centre of Blackpool.
yeah.
Like
And
not,
no reflection on people who live
oh
there.
god, no. I'm
Of
sure the
course
people
not.
who live there are lovely, but
It's just a weird place. Yeah.
odd.
Very
odd.
strange. The
Okay.
Blackpool Magic it makes me laugh. I've said this before, I'll say it again. It makes me laugh that for a lot of magicians all
That's
around the
only-
world,
Yes.
the only place they will see in the UK, in the whole of the UK, is
is
Blackpool
Blackpool.
in the middle of February.
Oh. And it's not nice.
No.
It's
The
not
convention's
nice.
lovely, but
the Winter
we're not
Gardens
judging
are
it on.
lovely.
If we were judging it on magic conventions, then it would probably be number 2. Go on, anyway.
Okay.
That was a good one.
Sheffield.
I've been, I think, three times,
Okay.
2 or 3 times. I've performed actually in like the VIP box at Sheffield United in their stadium.
Wow.
That was very
that's
nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I was like 15 doing a gig
Whoa,
there.
That's incredible.
And it was like, as you can imagine, you know, drunken, lively, lots of
Yeah,
football
yeah.
fans. And obviously me being a sort of nerdy...
A nerdy tween.
A nerdy tween. Yeah, it was difficult, but I really had a lot of fun.
Good.
The rest of the place is, it's very nice. I'm actually going in not long to
yeah.
see a friend, so I'll maybe have a better assumption of it then. But at the moment, I don't think I know it well enough to put it that high.
Okay.
Have I got 6
You
free?
do have 6 free.
6 is, it
You're
feels right.
so good at remembering what numbers you've said. I'm going to be rubbish. I'm going to be like, wait, what have I got?
I don't know. In my head, I'm just seeing them.
No, that's very good.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Glasgow.
I don't think I've ever been to Glasgow.
Oh,
I don't think so, anyway.
I
No,
can take it off.
I don't think I've been to
I'll take it
Glasgow.
off
I'm
the
so
list.
sorry.
I'll change
Sorry,
it.
Glasgow. I'll have to Glasgow to you at some point.
Lord.
For that joke alone, it gets taken off the list. Come up with somewhere else. Sorry.
York.
York is absolutely phenomenal.
I'm going.
I blooming love York.
I'm going next week on holiday.
Oh,
We're
it's
going.
So good.
I'm so excited. I've never been.
Oh, but is it good enough to be 2? I've got 2 free,
Yeah.
right? List the numbers that I've got free.
2, 8, and 9.
It's not 8. It's got to be 2. It's got to be 2. But if a really good city is on there, I'm gonna be annoyed. But that's the whole point of this. York's great. It's just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'm really happy that it's at number 2.
Good. Next.
Oh no.
London.
Oh no. Oh, it's got to be 8, hasn't it? No, that pains me. Oh
And
no,
the last
that would have
one.
been 2. That everything would have shifted down. That would have been 2. York would have been 3. Oh no.
The last one.
Is it what, number 9?
The Lake District.
Oh no! Oh no!
And I was mean because I know that Cav has a real soft spot for the Lake District.
Oh.
So I was really mean with
No,
putting
it
that
was
last.
going so well. I think take those last 2 out of it. It was going so well. I agreed with it all.
Yeah.
Read the list from 10 to 1. As
From
a
10
recap.
to 1.
Yeah.
Blackpool.
Fair.
Lake District.
Absolutely, utterly rubbish.
London.
No, awful.
Birmingham.
Fair.
Sheffield.
Fair.
Cornwall.
Fair.
Cardiff.
Good.
Edinburgh.
Happy.
York.
Very happy.
And Manchester.
Oh, the list is perfect except the Lake District and London. I'm really annoyed at myself. I didn't see that coming. That's it, though. You win.
Woo!
Okay, I've got a list for you.
Okay, I'm
of 10
excited.
things. That was a really good topic. Really,
Thank
really
you.
good topic.
I was quite proud of that one.
I've chosen, for my
I'm
category,
scared.
musicals.
Oh. Load.
You love your musicals.
Load. I'm going to have to write down what numbers I choose. Just because otherwise my brain will
Oh,
die.
okay, right, yeah.
if
But
that
I'll
makes
also
sense.
fill in what
Yeah,
what you're gonna say.
Just the numbers so that I can...
Number 1, you've played the titular character in this musical, alongside, me. I was background in it. I was in it, but I wasn't a named character.
Okay.
Any guesses?
Annie.
Annie.
Now, the main reason I have a soft spot for Annie is because we did it. If we hadn't have done it, I don't think I would have
Really?
as
That
much
does- that
of a soft
surprises
spot.
me. That actually
So
does
I'm gonna
surprise me.
I'm gonna go real middle. I'm gonna go 6.
Interesting.
I think just to be safe.
Annie, you're going 6. You're going just below the middle.
Yeah.
Fair. I didn't see that coming. I thought you put that a lot higher. Next on the list, The Phantom of the Opera, which is I really like it, but I don't think you're as keen as me.
No, I'm not a massive Andrew Lloyd Webber fan. But
Fair.
I do believe that Phantom of the Opera is one of his better musicals. And when I went to go and see it, I adored it. Like, it was just like the spectacle.
Yeah, it is a spectacle. I was just going to say that.
Brilliant. I might go for 7.
7 after having said it's a spectacle?
Oh, yeah, but I don't know if I'm being too mean.
All right.
I want to save my top
That's
spots.
all right. There are some good ones coming, to be
Do
fair.
you know what I mean? Like, it's not...
Next, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Evita. Come on. If I was doing this list, I'll tell you right now,
I know,
Evita's
that would
going
be dead top for you.
spot. Absolute top spot.
Not a massive fan.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's all right.
No, really?
Yeah.
Outrageous.
What's
Outrageous.
new?
That would be
Buenos
top for me, or
Aires.
very near the top.
So 8 for that one.
8?
I think
8 for Evita is absolutely criminal, in my opinion. If we were doing this as a joint thing, we would be arguing over that.
Oh yeah.
I think anything less than 4 for Evita is criminal, but it's not my list. It's
Well, it
your
depends
list.
on what's coming up next. But
Les Miserables.
oh, okay. I like Les Mis. It's good.
Are you judging these on? What are you judging these? What are your criteria?
So, the songs.
Yeah.
Whether I enjoy it as a musical, just in general.
Plot.
And also, plot, I guess.
Are you judging it on film version that you've seen, or stage? Right. Good.
Stage.
Because some of these I don't.
Because
Even
Les
think there is
Mis
a film.
film version would probably be at the bottom.
Even
whether I would want to go and
criminal.
see how
Les Mis
often...
film's great in my opinion, but I know you don't like it.
Whether I would go and see it again.
Oh,
I know that
okay.
sounds really silly, but
No, that's good.
whether if somebody said, "Oh, choose to go and see a musical," whether it would be on the list. So I'm gonna put Les Mis at 5. I'm not jumping. Can you notice? No. I'm kind of filling
1, 2,
in.
3, and 4 are all still blank.
Yeah,
I don't think that was the
9
case
and 10.
for my list at this point. No one mourns the wicked.
Good news. Sorry. I was just carrying on the song.
Yes.
Yeah, really banging musical. Love it. I've seen it a lot. I really enjoy it.
It is great. It is so good. And I think I went to see it with my mum, who's a huge fan of The Wizard of Oz. She just loves it as a film. She saw it and it's just like her film. She really likes it.
Yeah.
She was very skeptical going into Wicked. Like, is this going to ruin something that I really like? It runs the risk of doing that. It's kind of like the Star Wars prequels, right? People that love the original films, it's like, oh, this could really trample on something that I really like.
Yeah.
Star Wars prequels aside, Wicked doesn't do that.
No.
It adds to it.
Oh,
it
God,
makes
100%.
the film so much better. When you
it's
watch The Wizard of
so
Oz,
good.
sort of imagining that Wicked is canon,
it's
like, this is great.
And
it
I
adds
think,
so much to it.
Yeah, and I think that actually the hype that it has got over the past, however many years, definitely warranted. But I also think it diminishes it slightly. Like, I feel like...
Interesting, wow.
In a sense of so when you said Wicked, I was like, I really had to think about the songs and stuff, because in my head I was like, oh, for God's sake, because everybody talks about it. It's like it's become like
overdone.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But I love it,
yeah,
and I
Defying
can
Gravity's
still
done a
sing
lot.
every song,
Yeah.
word for word. So for that reason, what have I got as my 5? Sorry, just
5. You've got Les Mis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So is it better than Les Mis?
Oh, it's definitely
Or is
better
it
than
worse
Les
than
Mis.
Evita? That's because at the moment they're all bunched together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. It's better than Les Mis.
It's definitely better than Les Mis. I just don't know
How
whether to
much
put it on
better?
3 or 4. I
I can't influence you.
know, but I'm just scared as to
It's a
what is
completely
coming
3
up.
choice. You just choose whatever.
The magician in
Yeah.
you. I am actually going to go for 3. I'm going to be brave and go for 3 and risk it for a biscuit.
Wicked is at number 3.
Wicked.
Your-
You know what that is? That's wicked.
Your next one,
I'm scared.
I've not seen, and I'm
Okay.
hoping you've seen. You
Okay.
probably will have done. There are very few musicals you've not seen. Miss Saigon.
Now, people love Miss Saigon.
Oh, I've never seen it, so I can't
And-
contribute to this, but my girlfriend says that it's excellent, and it's
Yeah.
her favourite musical.
Yeah.
So
People love it, and it's one of my mum's favourite musicals, and she took me to go and see it, and I absolutely hated it.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
hated it. Yeah. So it's going in 9.
Oh, I was not expecting
Going
that.
in 9.
What a turn of events.
It's going in 9 because I enjoy it more now. I think if I went to go and see it again, I would enjoy it more. But
Wow. That's
You know?
fascinating to me. I thought you'd love it. I thought you'd absolutely love it. Next on the list is one that I know for a fact that you don't like. I'm not influencing you, but I know that it's not one that's your favourite. Any guesses? I love it.
Rent,
No, not Rent, actually.
Cats.
Oliver. Which I think is, again, phenomenal.
Oh, it's all right. I don't. Oh, okay. What have I got in as 9? Oh God,
You've
bloody
just
Miss Saigon.
you've just put Miss Saigon at 9. So
Oh, it feels a bit mean.
is
to
it
put
worse
Oliver
than Miss
as
Saigon
10.
or is it better than Les Mis? Again, you
I would rather go and see Miss Saigon than go and see Oliver.
Right.
So it's going in at 10.
It's going in at 10.
It's definitely not a 4.
I didn't really... No, it's not 4.
Oh no, I've just left all of my top spots. And
Yep.
what if these are rubbish?
Hamilton.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. I've got Wicked in at 3, haven't I? I don't know if you would put anything else that I would really enjoy. I know that sounds really stupid.
What have I put at the next spots? That's the question.
Okay, I'm putting Hamilton as 2. I'm keeping my top spot 3 because I'm nervous. Hamilton is 2 then.
Hamilton is at number 2. Just to recap, you've now got 1 or 4
Yeah. I'm so scared.
Cats.
Oh, no! No!
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Why?
It's dreadful.
I'm done. I'm done.
Is it 1 or 4?
Episode 2, we're done.
Is it your 4th favourite
It's
music?
gonna have to go in at 4, isn't it?
Oh, you're gonna hate me so much. You're gonna hate me so much. The best musical. You've left your top
I'm
spot.
gonna
open.
cry.
Oh, I think you were way too mean throughout the whole thing. I didn't want to say
I'm
anything.
always a bit mean though.
But
aren't I?
according to you, your favourite musical is Jesus Christ
Ah,
Superstar.
no! Another one that I hate.
Yes. I left my 2 least favourites for the end because I thought we'd probably agree. So you've got Jesus Christ Superstar at number 1, which means your full list is at 10, Oliver.
Yeah, fine.
At 9, Miss Saigon.
Mean, but yeah.
At 8, Evita.
Sounds...
Oh, how on earth was that ended up there? At 7, Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, that's mean now.
Yeah.
Mean.
Looking back, that's what pivots everything. I think that's a mistake. 6, Annie. Actually, that's
6 is all right. I'm okay.
Really?
I'm happy with
I
6
thought you would
for
have put that
Annie.
higher. 5, Les Mis. 4, Cats.
Kill me.
Number 3, Wicked.
Fine.
Number 2, Hamilton.
I would have shifted those up.
Knowing now, yeah.
Yeah.
Hamilton, number 2. And the best musical, according to Abbie Drennan, is Jesus Christ Superstar. I want you to look down the camera.
Superstar.
Look down the camera and say into your mic that Jesus
Not
Christ
me being
Superstar
like,
is your
I'm not a big
favourite
fan
musical.
of Andrew Lloyd Webber. Jesus Christ Superstar. I can't even say it. Is my favourite musical.
Yes. We've got another list. You've got another list. I've got another list. Let's go for it.
Okay.
I have no idea what
My
you're
next
going to hit me with here.
topic. Films.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Maniacal laugh.
Again,
Maniacal
there
laugh.
might be things that I've not seen.
No, I think I've chosen things that you've seen.
Okay, good.
I think.
Okay, good.
Number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now You See Me.
Oh. Now You See Me. It's been a
I
while
haven't
since-
seen this
It's been a
film,
while
but I
since
know
I've
that
seen
you...
it. I mean, I can see why you
It's a
picked
magic
it.
film.
A film about magicians.
It's a film about magic.
But it's actually not very good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I am going to put it at number 9.
Ooh.
Because unless you've chosen, hold on, you might have chosen some really, really bad films. I feel
See
at the
if you
moment,
want to take that risk.
I feel like if this was a list of all the films,
Every film.
every
ever.
film ever, then I
Load.
would probably put it in the bottom
Bottom
2
category.
percentiles, whatever you
Okay.
call. Yeah, go. Yeah.
Inception.
Oh no, because you might have put some of the things that I really like. Really like.
I think this is a hard
2
list.
or 3. I can't put it at number 1 because I just don't know what's coming, and there are films that I prefer to Inception, but I blooming love it. Oh.
So, which one? Pick a spot. Any spot.
3.
3.
Kind of pains me to say that because it's really, really good.
Okay.
On certain lists, it would be. I'm banking a lot that there's some good ones in here, so it's at 3, but I might have made a big mistake.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Is good. I like it. I'm not a huge MCU person.
Yeah.
My issue with the MCU, I love it. I love the idea of it. I like the fact that they all connect and it's like, oh, characters appear in them and so on. Like,
Yeah.
love it, want to have seen it all. Don't have the time. And I don't. I wish I
massive
could just
universe.
like join in at some point and just pop into a film and enjoy it without having to do research or having seen other ones to get it.
Yeah.
You know? Iron Man, you don't, because it's the very first.
Yep.
So, and as a plot, as everything, it's really good. The effects hold up incredibly well. Just, it's well-rounded. What positions have I got? 3.
You've only done 3 and 9.
Fine. 5 then. Pop it right in the middle. I'm happy with that.
Okay. Next, Titanic.
Titanic is long. That's the first thing I've thought about it. It's probably not a good... I don't know. It doesn't hold me. I've seen it twice, I think. And it doesn't draw me in that much.
Okay.
I think the bit where the boat sinks is the best bit. And you just kind of... yeah, I know that's awful to say, but you are just kind of waiting for
the boat to sink. Yeah.
And that whole bit is incredible. But the rest of it is very meh for me.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it at 7.
Okay.
Maybe I'm being too harsh. I don't know. Don't know what's coming. I hope there's some good ones coming. Inception's at 3. I don't like that.
Forrest Gump.
Oh, it's really good.
I've never seen it.
Has he never seen Forrest Gump?
No.
Whoa, that surprises me. It's
I
really,
need to
really
watch
good.
it. I really want to watch it.
Oh, it's just like...
But I know that it will make me cry a lot, and I'm just not quite mentally prepared for that yet.
Yeah, it is sad, but it's happy sad. It's like life sad, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good. 4?
Yeah.
What's at 5 again?
Iron Man.
Oh, it's better than Iron Man. Yeah. Yeah.
But underneath Inception.
Yeah. Yeah, happy with that.
Okay. Shrek.
Shrek's an absolute banger. I'm prepared to put it higher than Inception, you know? I know that's obviously wild, but it's so good.
It's so good. I love
so
Shrek.
good.
I love Shrek.
And the filmmaker in me is crying at me even considering putting it above Inception, because Inception is... Oh, no, I can't put it above Inception.
Your next available slot is number 6.
I've come back down to reality.
But it's so good. Sorry, I'm not allowed to influence.
Oh, God. 2.
Good boy.
2. Oh, God.
No take backs.
No. Without the blind element of this, it wouldn't make it to number 2, but I can't put it at number 6.
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to, so it has to be at number 2.
Okay.
Go on.
Finding Nemo.
Overrated. Very overrated. Very boring to look at, actually. It's all blue. Finding Dory. No, but seriously, Finding Dory, which you'd expect to be visually the same because it's set in the same place with the same characters, looks a lot better. It's a lot more fun to watch.
Oh, definitely.
Finding Nemo, it's like, oh, God, I'm so sick of this one location.
Yeah.
It's just endless blue, the whole film. Like, come on, give us something. So, yeah, Finding Dory, I think, is better than Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
I know it's probably not on the list, but I'm going to put Finding Nemo at, like, 8, if that's available.
Yep.
Yeah. Happy with that.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. Next one.
Mm-hmm.
Barbie.
Oh, wow.
The most recent Barbie, obviously.
Oh, wow. God. Again.
You've got 1, 6, and 10.
It's not 6, and it's definitely not 10, but it's definitely not 6 either. Oh, it's just whether you will have put my absolute favourite film on the list. That's what I've got to think about. I love Barbie, but I've only seen it once. Oh, no. This is really difficult. 6. Just thinking about it, there's some films on the list that I don't think it's better than, in my opinion, but I do think that it is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I loved every minute of it. There wasn't a moment of it that I thought was bad.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You've now got number 1 free.
Oh, no, and number
and
10.
number 10 free.
No, this is the worst position. I've not played the game well. This is the worst position to get yourself in. No. Oh, God.
Your next
You
film.
can't change the order of how they're written down. Don't try and play me now. Okay,
no,
good.
I've literally played them in exactly the same order.
Good.
Your next film. Prestige.
Number 1. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My list is looking a lot better, but I have now said that something's the worst. What is it?
Shrek 2.
Oh, no. Absolute travesty. Oh, no. I've conceded in the 95th minute. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Shrek 2
Shrek
is
2.
phenomenal.
banging
Better than
film.
Shrek 1.
Banging film.
Better than the first.
Fucking brilliant film.
Oh, I for the audio listeners, I was
I can't sing that.
creased into my seat just then with disappointment.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
I also started singing one of the songs, and that's copyright.
Go on, give me the list. What have I done?
At number 10, Shrek 2.
No.
Number 9, Now You See Me.
Fair.
Number 8, Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Number 7, Titanic.
Yeah.
Number 6, Barbie.
No, that's too low, isn't it, really?
Number 5, Iron Man.
Oh, no. Oh, Barbie's not worse than Iron Man.
Number 4, Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Number 3, Inception.
Yeah. Number
2,
why is it
Shrek.
up there? Why is Shrek up there now? Looking back at it, that's outrageous. You made me do that.
and finally,
You
number
talked me into
1,
it.
Prestige.
Yeah. The Prestige.
The.
But yes.
The Prestige.
Yeah, there's a couple of stinkers on there. Placement of Shrek and Barbie should be switched, and I think the list is good.
What about Shrek 2?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Shrek 2 and Barbie, switch those around into a different order, and it's good.
Yeah. Brill. Have you got another list?
I have got another list. Last one.
Right, speed round, if I can.
It's musical artists.
Oh, artists.
Yeah, bit of a weird one. There's some bands, there's some
Oh,
singers.
Lord. Oh, I'm rubbish. You know I'm rubbish.
Rubbish? Why are you doing a Welsh
I'm
accent?
rubbish. You know I'm rubbish. Bloody hell, Gwen.
First one,
Yeah.
arguably the most rated band ever.
Will I know who they are, though? You're going to out me.
The Beatles.
Oh, okay.
You'll know who they are.
Hmm.
I'd say that they're the most rated band, right? Everyone considers them to be the band.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I mean, they're all right. I would never choose to listen to them.
Are you rating it on... Okay, choosing to listen to them. Agree. I'm not putting on the Beatles when I want to
I'm
listen
gonna
to
mix.
music.
I know what you're about to ask.
But it's
Artistic.
the impact.
Oh no, I'm not listing it on impact. I'm listing it on personal enjoyment.
No, I mean rating it. Are you rating it on impact? Because if you're rating it on impact...
No, oh yeah, rating on impact, they're probably number one.
Well, yeah, they're probably number one, but you've got a mix, haven't you?
I'm rating it on personal.
Okay.
So I'm not
Fair.
rating it on global.
Fair.
Because I have a very strange music taste.
You do.
So
Musicals, really, is your music taste?
not as much anymore, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big 80s gal.
Okay.
And like 70s, 80s.
Fair.
Yeah, with like a little bit of, chill vibes in there. Anyway, but
The Beatles.
you're going to hate me.
I'm not necessarily going to hate you. I'm not a huge fan of them. I respect what they've done.
Number 8.
Okay. No, I do hate you.
I knew you would.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's
A travesty.
the Beatles. Their name is a bad pun. I think that lowers them down a few notches. Have you ever sat and thought about that? Their name,
Yeah.
the Beatles. They've spelled the word Beatles, like the animal, like beat, like a musical beat. No one ever thinks of that. I think the name of the band is really bad. It's just it's a pun, and it's not a very good one.
Oh.
Yeah, so that is one reason I
Oh.
don't like the Beatles, but there are
Okay.
many reasons I like them. Next is another icon, Queen.
Oh, now we're talking.
Now it's
Now we're talking. Big rock fan. And like soft rock, like the Queen is.
yeah,
Like the Queen is.
the Queen. Yeah, old Queen Liz. Yeah, she's rocking out.
Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna go number 3.
Oh,
I love Queen.
high on the list, Queen.
Yeah.
ABBA.
Oh, load.
I'm hitting you with some big
Number
ones.
2, baby.
Number 2.
I'm regretting all of my life decisions. I'm doing the same thing that I did last time.
No, but Queen, ABBA. Are you surely you're not thinking to yourself, what can be better than Queen and ABBA, right? For you, I mean.
Yeah.
Not for me, because I would rather drink piss than listen to ABBA. But anyway.
Oh, ABBA's so good, though.
I can't stand them. I'm so sorry.
can't
I just think that ABBA is the sort of music. I'm going to give my opinion, and I know you disagree, but ABBA is the sort of music that someone had to write at some point. Like, if you locked every musician in a room for eternity, at some point, they're always going to write ABBA. It's like it's like DNA. It's just inevitable. It's just...
Yeah, but that's what
It's
makes
so
it so
simple.
good. Oh, no,
It's
no,
so,
no, no,
like,
no. I agree in a sense of its DNA, but in a sense of what the music industry needed and what the world need. Like,
yeah. I know.
I don't think you would find
Beatles,
anybody who doesn't know who ABBA is.
Yeah.
Whereas I do think you would find small children.
I don't think that makes them good.
No, I think it does. You would find small children who didn't know who the Beatles were. Now,
of course,
I think.
of course. But
Whereas
their
you wouldn't
songs, the
find
Beatles
people who
songs
don't
are
know.
very simple. They're almost nursery rhymes at times. The Beatles songs are so like.
They were more innovative in
Yeah.
their production value, though.
Exactly, and I just feel like ABBA have.
But music doesn't have to be innovative to be good.
No, of course not. Of course not. I've gone for a first singer on the list, Whitney Houston.
She's like my favourite of all time.
I know, that's why I put her on the list.
Do I give her my top spot? Do I do that? Let me think. Who else would beat Whitney Houston in my head?
Undeniably very, very talented. I've not really got anything negative to say about Whitney Houston.
No, fuck it. She's going top spot.
Oh, top spot. WH. Okay.
Yeah. Has to be.
Fleetwood Mac.
I'm really like, so this is outing me. I have a thing where I will be able to sing every single word of a song. Like, I will know it like the back of my hand.
Not know what it's called.
But ask me the name or who wrote it or sung it.
Yeah.
You must be joking, good fellow. So I've got no idea what they wrote. So I'm just going to have a quick little searcheroo. Quick pause for copyright infringement.
Yep.
I do know who Fleetwood Mac are.
You need to listen to more Fleetwood Mac.
I do need to listen to more.
Because there were songs there you should have known.
I'm going to put them at 7.
Crime. Absolute crime. Fleetwood Mac, for me, on this list, not to give too much away, they would be very high. I'm not going to say any more than that.
Just saying.
Adele.
She's good. She's good.
What do you actually think of her songs, though? Everyone talks about Adele, the singer, but her songs, do you think that they're actually that good? Because I've got this theory that her voice is doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Oh, well, that's the case with
no, but her actual songs, I don't know if they're that good. I don't know. Is that a weird thing to say?
No. But are we judging singers on their songs? I know that sounds really silly, but they didn't write them most of the time.
Well, yeah, of course. Of course. It's sort of a mix. It's sort of everything. Because I know that you like musical talent.
I do.
You like the singers.
And I think that Adele has a lot of musical talent.
Oh,
I don't know whether she necessarily uses her musical talent in the safest way because of all the problems she's had with her voice. That would probably be my only thing of like, she sounds fucking phenomenal. But if she keeps getting nodes, then is it worth it? You know?
Just explain for the listeners what the hell that is.
So because of the way that she would sing, she would get what's called nodules on her throat, which obviously are bad and painful. And so she had to get them removed. I think she's only had maybe 1 or 2 surgeries so far.
Yeah, yikes.
Yeah.
But the sort of music I listen to, like Fleetwood Mac, I would argue that crime incoming, me saying this, they're not the best singers in the world, right?
No. Yeah.
But their music, same with Oasis, who aren't on this list, so I can talk about. Oasis, I consider to be one of, as do many people, one of the best bands ever, right? I don't think Oasis can really be topped. Can they sing very, very well? Not really. Liam and Noel Gallagher, amazing singers. No, I don't think they are.
I think I possibly appreciate good singers more, though.
Yeah,
if you look at because I don't think that some of the Beatles aren't that good good singers.
Yeah.
Not all of them by any
yeah,
means, because some of them are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But Fleetwood Mac and the Beatles are quite low on my list because actually
you're favouring talent and ability.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what my ear favours. So I'm gonna put Adele at number 5.
Yeah, I thought you probably would.
I think I'm gonna keep
That doesn't
number
come
4
as a surprise
free
to me.
for now.
I'm
scared.
Coldplay. You must know some Coldplay
I think
songs.
I do, but I just want to double check.
Okay.
Again, I can never remember who plays what and
it was all yellow.
oh yeah, banging. I don't even have to play any. I just have to look at the
Yeah.
name. Viva La Vida.
Scientist,
They're banging.
Viva La Vida.
I'm going to
Clocks.
put Coldplay at number 6.
Fair. People hate Coldplay, and I don't understand. I don't understand
Coldplay.
it. I don't understand the hate for Coldplay at all. I think
I
they're
love
amazing.
Viva La Vida.
Amazing. Lady Gaga. Weird. I've put this on the list. I don't know what you think. I don't think I've ever spoken to you about Lady Gaga. I don't think that's ever cropped up in our
That's
conversations.
really annoyed me.
You like Lady Gaga?
I do. I would want to put her at 7 on this list that I've currently got.
Right.
But I can't. I would want to
So is
move
it
Fleetwood
4
and
or
Beatles
9?
down. Oh no,
It's a
it
tough
depends on what you've got. Because otherwise I've got 2 really low spots left.
Yeah.
And knowing you've put something really fucking mean at the end.
How do you know?
'Cause
I
it's
might have put some
you.
stinkers at the end that you can put in 9 and 10 if you put them at 4. I love how you're really considering this so strongly.
It would be mean, I think. It would be mean to put her at 9. So I'm going to put Lady Gaga at 4.
Okay, which means you've got 9 and 10 left,
I'm so scared.
which are also the 9th and 10th
so
on my
scared.
list. Elton John.
I'm going to put Elton at 9.
Okay.
And I say that relatively confidently because I love Elton John, but I have only recently started to love Elton John and haven't really listened to a lot of his music. I watched the film very recently, the Rocketman film, and adored it. But actually, there were a lot of songs in there that I had never heard before.
Really?
Yeah.
That
I think my
surprises me because that's his big hits in that film. So
and my parents have, because I feel like you get your music taste from your parents.
yeah,
Well, I have
from
particularly.
my older brother, I think. Is where
Yeah,
I've
see,
got
I don't
mine,
have.
yeah.
I don't have one of those. So
Yeah, true.
I've got my
true.
music taste from my parents and from ex-boyfriends, really. And yeah, my parents have never really been Elton
No, fair
listeners,
enough.
so I've never been exposed to it. My old flatmate at uni was a huge Elton fan, which is then why I got exposed to him more. If that makes sense.
Interesting,
So
yeah.
Elton is at 9, and that is my justification.
Dear. I would put Elton way higher than that.
I know. I would as well. I would as well, but I feel slightly
This
less
list
bad.
would look so different, almost upside down. In fact, yeah, pretty much upside down.
Really?
Except
Whitney would be at 10. Satan.
Yeah.
Satan.
I just don't know her that well.
Ugh.
Just don't know her stuff that
Sorry.
well.
Anyway,
Yeah,
hit me with
Queen
what's
would be
number
that.
10.
Number 10 is Rihanna.
Oh, fine. Yeah.
Fine with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would. I was actually hoping that you'd leave top spot open
Yeah.
so that I could trick you into
No.
putting Rihanna
Mean.
at top spot. But
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I like Rihanna. I think she's good. Don't listen to her very often.
yeah, fairs. I feel like I have a very similar opinion.
You
So
know what? I'm
Yeah,
pretty
10,
damn happy with
Rihanna,
that list.
9, Elton John.
I'd possibly switch. I'd probably put Elton at 7, maybe.
Yeah, Fleetwood and Elton switch round.
Yeah.
8, you've got the Beatles. 7, you've got Fleetwood Mac. 6, Coldplay. 5, Adele. 4, Gaga. And then your top 3 are Queen, ABBA, and
Yeah.
The Who.
The
The Who.
Whitney.
The Who.
Whitney.
The Houston.
The
Meister.
Houston.
I couldn't really make a nickname for her.
You
Yeah.
know what? I'm pretty happy with that one.
Yeah. So there we go. Those are our
Woohoo! We've done it.
rankings. Those are our blind rankings. This
Oh,
was fun.
yeah.
We should do a part 2 of this at some point.
I
Because
think so, definitely.
there are so many categories.
Add
that
it
we
to our
could-
little mini game, pulling out the hat moment, for later on.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. Yeah.
Awesome. So that was episode 2 of
Indeed.
PPP.
PPP. Thank you so
Hope
much
you
for
enjoyed
listening.
this.
Yeah. Like, follow, subscribe, do all of the fun things that you can do depending on how you are consuming our
Yes,
content.
We're on all social media
We
places,
absolutely
so
are.
go and find us there and
Indeed.
show us some
And
love.
spread the word. Let all of your humans know that we are great to
Yes.
listen to.
Thank you
It's a
very
fun
much for
time.
listening. We will see you in the next one.
Indeed. Outro music.
Bye, guys. Is this our thing? We dance to the outro music
Yeah.
without knowing what it is.
Oh, another genre change.
Oh. It's kind of like
Feels a bit country.
it's changed again actually.
Oh.
To like sort of crime documentary. Oh, whoa. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
This is so dramatic.
Whoa. True crime.
Bye guys.
Bye, guys. Whoa. And that is a wrap.